Alright folks, I'm home and it's it must be about 4:30 in Saturday evening now, and I have my completed nut here, so perfect time to see if it works. I'm fairly sure it will. She seems to go on okay. So, you know, what we do, you know, I can cut a thread with a tap, yeah, right. Well, that's, you know, nothing to write home about. I'm looking at it with my eye the now, and it seems to be going on fairly evenly. It's difficult to see, you know, it's hard to see. There's a fair bit of play in it. I'm not particularly happy about that, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Because it could be the thread that's off on the shaft, remember. You know, we did clock the shaft for trueness, so we know it's not that. But it could be the thread here that's maybe a bit skew with. Anyway, not happy with the amount of slack in it, but I think it'll work nonetheless. Oh. Alright, let's put the wheel on now. It could be that the wheel's buggered, you know, there might be something up with the wheel. Maybe it was never. I'm sorry folks, I'm going to have to sort of try and do this with one hand somehow. There we go, I think that's her engaging now with it. Yeah, that's her engaged on the pin there now. So, as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of thread left there. So, I may need to take a wee skim. I don't want to take a skim off of that face, I don't think, but I might take a little skim off of the front of the nut, just reduce the nut width somewhat. Now again, I will have to maybe set this camera down for a second. I'll set it over here just to see if that works over there. Yeah, that works there for the now. Okay. Now, as you can see, that's only hand tight, but it's as tight as I could put it. So let's see if the wheel runs any truer now. Doesn't look like it, does it? This wheel seems to be fine. There was some movement there, but then if I look at this one, so that's disappointing. I don't know why that is. I really don't bloody know anymore. There's definitely a wobble in the wheel still. Is it the register, or you know where the wheel comes up against here? That's off. The wheel itself. This side still doesn't seem quite as bad. I think that, you know, I filmed this side there just a minute ago, and it seemed to be much worse than it is now, and I don't know why that is. I would say that's almost acceptable like that. But this side, I'm not really happy with this side at all. When you look at the wheel, it doesn't look too bad, but if you look at the washer there, I may be being over fussy. This was the original nut for this side of the wheel, and if you, I think it's visible in the camera there, where my thumb is, it's actually quite shiny. Now the whole face of that nut is reflecting light back, which I can see on the viewfinder, okay? But if I can get it so that it's not reflecting light, you can see where my finger here is, the face is quite black, but on the side where my thumb is, that's not light being reflected, that's actually where the blackening of the nut has been rubbed off or worn away. Here at the top in that section there, and down there where my thumb is. So that says to me she's not been sitting flush with the washer on the desk. Right, well, I would say the nut was a partial success. It works, it fulfills its function. However, we've failed somewhat in alleviating the issue with the wheel itself, although I think it might be slightly improved upon at this point in time. But hey, I'm not really prepared to spend any more time on this grinder. It's got new bearings, it's got a new nut. I've got a dresser home so that I can dress the grindstones up, so that might help somewhat. And yeah, that's all I'm going to do to it, I think. In time I may just replace this wheel just to see if that's the issue. Because I think that this face and this face have been used as a, you know, I can feel a sort of a dip here, so they've been using that face for something, and I can feel a sort of slight indentation on the wheel here as well, so that wheel has certainly had use on the faces that you really shouldn't be using. That wheel feels they've been using this side as well for whatever reason. That's been that's what you can feel. I can feel a lip here. Yeah, there's definitely a lip on that face. Maybe not so much on this side. I think this side is okay, but my thumb is on. Right, that's 15 minutes, folks. This may be my final video on this. I'm getting tired of it now, like I say. I'm going to assemble the guards and tighten the nuts up the best I can. I don't know what the proper technique is for tightening these nuts up. They've both got to go in that direction to tighten up. So how do you lock it? And I know you're not meant to put too much pressure on these nuts because you can crack your wheel, and if you crack a wheel, that's it, it's buggered, you know. So yeah, okay folks, bye for now.